Hi, thanks for being with us today. My name is Rob Davies. I'm the EVP of Operations at Vian Corporation, and I'm pleased to be here today with Tom Frana, President and CEO of Vian Corporation, to talk about cloud. Tom, as we focus our discussion on cloud and Vian's offerings in that model as a service, what can you share with us about how Vian first embarked on that offering and just how Vian came to its customer intimacy approach?
Let me answer the second question first and the first question second. Customer intimacy basically came about in the mid-90s. We broadened what we were doing in the marketplace, and in that process, we had to continually ask the customer, what else can we do for you, as we broadened our horizons, picking new vendors, new business partners. So the customer intimacy model is what has driven for the last 20 some odd years the growth at Vian Corporation. It's really understanding what the customer wants and then being able to find a partner that can help us provide it. On the first question, what drove the as-a-service business that has basically morphed into the cloud business? The as-a-service business literally came out of a request out of the Department of Defense. And in 2000, at the director level, an individual at the Department of Defense asked his 5 key suppliers to come in and talk about anything other than what they were selling today. Tell me what the future is. Tell me what the requirements of the future will be. We came in and we presented an OpEx presentation and basically said at some point in time, in order to get budgets in line and everything else, OpEx was would rule the marketplace. We're basically 16 years later. It hasn't quite gotten there, but there has been a huge shift from CapEx to OpEx over that 16-year period. So we presented that. That director went off and spent 2 years working on finding a financial construct within the Department of Defense, a legal ruling within the Department of Defense, and most importantly, a procurement shop within the Department of Defense that could run the first OpEx bid in the federal government marketplace. We happened to be one of the bidders, and we happened to win that particular transaction. We have grown that business substantially over the last 14 years. But we got in that marketplace by doing something that matches up with customer intimacy. In this case, the customer asks us, what else can you do for us, versus us asking them. And in that sense, that's how we got into the as-the-service business model. It has, over the last several years, morphed into a cloud structure, as other vendors have now come to the cloud marketplace, and it's based off of an as-a-service model. Use it when you need, pay for it when you use it versus paying for it in advance.
In that, you mentioned our partners, not only our partnership with our customers, our federal and public sector customers, but also our solutions partners, such as Hitachi Data Systems Federal. You know, how have we built those partnerships over the years, and how have they grown stronger?
Vian Corporation was formed in January of 1980. By February of 1980, Vian Corporation had established a direct relationship with Hitachi Limited. Over the years, that relationship has gone into a direct relationship with Hitachi Data Systems, and as Hitachi Data Systems decided to address the federal marketplace more aggressively, we now have relationships both with Hitachi Limited, Hitachi Data Systems, and Hitachi Data Systems Federal. They are one of many partners that basically participate in the as-a-service model. They are our key partner in that model, or any other OEM today does not deliver all aspects of what's required to run an operational environment. They offer a lot of it, but not all of it. So we have other relationships with other vendors that roll up on the as-a-service business model. The key to the success of the business model, while having great business partners for technology, the key is actually our bank. And you have to have the financial wherewithal to provide an as-a-service business model. If you're a large OEM and you're cash rich, this is not a huge issue for you. As a mid-sized business, it is a huge issue. So one of the things that we talk about with every customer, anytime we talk about as a service or cloud, is the fact that we have the financial wherewithal and the bank account and the backing of the bank to be able to provide that model. So it's a combination of technology companies as well as a financial institution that allows us to be one of the preeminent people in the marketplace as a service and providing cloud today.
You talked about the OEM partnerships that we have, and we started out talking about the customer intimacy model. How about our partnership with our government customers and how that's helped us both mature our offerings, help us help them, and deliver their mission better and more effectively?
If you can get to a point where the customer is telling you exactly what they need, then you can put in place a support requirement around them. We have several agencies, but two key agencies come to mind where we literally are ingrained in the day-to-day process. And they're looking for us, for our expertise to help them maximize the value of the services and product sets and solutions that we provide them in their environment today. A lot of times that bleeds over into other areas where they use our help and assistance. Part of customer intimacy is if there is ever a problem, no matter what that problem is we basically help them try and solve that problem. And in that sense, it's another way of creating a very strong bond and relationship with the customer and really understanding what it is they're looking for on a day in, day out basis.
Well, thank you, Tom. I really appreciate your time this afternoon and learning all that Vian has to offer in cloud.